Hey there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrology for November 2021. And just a quick reminder, you also have a monthly tarot forecast already up. You can find that by clicking on my avatar beneath this video and going to my main channel page. All my playlists are nice and organized there for you. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So, what is going on here with this month? November is the last of what I am terming as theme months that we are going to be encountering for some time. Ever since the end of August, beginning of September, it seems like a lot of the planets kind of clumped together to focus on one, maybe two areas of the chart at a go. And after November, they'll be, all over the place again. But we've got one more month of this. But what's interesting about this is that this is all occurring, or most of it anyway. We'll be talking about other things, but the vast majority of the focus is on you and your first house, right? All of these planets that we're going to talk about, or most of them anyway, are in Scorpio, your first house of identity, your personal journey, your personal goals and expressions, and your ambitions as it relates to your own path, your personal path, not necessarily always relating to the outside world. So we're really bringing it on back to you. As of the end of October, we'll have Mars in this area of your chart all month long, all of November. The Sun is going to be here from the 1st through the 20th. Mercury is going to be here between the 5th and the 24th. And we also have a new moon here on the 4th itself. So there's a lot of extra emphasis. Mars, the planet of action, passion, energy, drive, as well as obstacle clearing in your first house, is giving you a chance to finally eliminate a lot of barriers, a lot of gates, maybe even sidestep some hurdles that maybe have been impeding your progress with one or more personal goals or personal big drives or ambitions that you've been trying to bring life to all the way back, or since all the way back rather, to November 2019. So really important to see, okay, what on earth have I been trying to give life to? What on earth have I been trying to bring back around? What have I been trying to get off the ground that maybe has been very difficult to raise money for, or maybe we have the money, but we just don't know where we're going to do something. Maybe we're trying to make a big difference in our health. We're trying to clear some obstacle in a relationship matter, something that we want to do for our personal lives. It's a time for some serious catch up, and Mars is giving all of the power to you to be able to enact your will in ways that carry a lot more power to their punch. Mars in your sign is also aligning you with people that are already headed in the same direction. So you may be finding that when it comes to friends, collaborators, and teammates, they're becoming tighter in your inner circle. They're becoming more active and engaged in a lot of your personal processes. And you're also noticing that some people are showing up to help you fight battles that you might know you need to fight or finally bring to a conclusion, so that you can finally have what you have been striving for. The thing about Mars in the first house is that we are closing up a 2-year cycle. And what happens is we want to reflect every now and then, what is it that we have been encountering a resistance to? And what is it Mars is now giving us the freedom to steamroll over, regardless of what or who is in the way? Just handle it with grace. Mars can sometimes make us a bit way too aggressive, and we don't need to be aggressive if we can be precise, right? We don't need to be aggressive if we know how to be properly assertive. We don't need to, do anything to hurt what we are trying to save or give life to. Sometimes there's a way of being too fierce, so find that perfect balance, but don't waste this month. The sun is also drawing a lot of attention, enhancement, and elevation to you. You're going to be noticing that not only are your words and your expressions, your propositions carrying more weight, you're having a bigger ripple effect on the world around you, whatever you are trying to put out there. Environments that you wish to see evolve in a different direction, maybe certain trends that maybe have kicked up in your field or in your office or in your family or in your industry that you would like to see go away or maybe just bend in a different direction. This is going to be your time to be a stronger influencer in all of these spaces. You're also drawing in a lot of investments in yourself, whether these are material investments, time investments, social investments. And you're also going to find that with the sun in your sign, you're magnetized to either the spaces or maybe even the people that ultimately can set you up with either the proper environment, the proper atmosphere, or whatever accoutrements you need to get comfortably set up in a completely new chapter of your story. Mercury, the planet of communication, haste, and speed, between the 5th and the 24th is also speeding up developments in spaces in your life where things have been very sluggish, whether it's because of the resistance we are transcending with that Mars assistance, or maybe it's because of a deficit of some kind, which is getting fixed with the solar influence. Mercury here is making sure that everything can make up for lost time, and we're also getting a chance to claim opportunities or claim roads, paths, or even new lanes for ourselves where we didn't know we could have been missing out on something, or if we feel like we've been missing out, will we have opportunities resurfacing, coming back to us so we can claim them and have them for real. This is also a time where you are seeing a lot of slow progress suddenly get pushed around you. If you've been dealing with challenges because of teams you've been on, uncooperative family members, or maybe situations in your community where people are digging in their heels, they're not accepting change, they're not working with you, or they're maybe trying to get stuck in the past or hold on to the past or reverse course, Mercury is going to be helping you by overriding and overwriting the influence that they have had so far, freeing you up, allowing you to have more freedom of movement, and allowing you to claim your prize. Regardless of what they're doing with their own space, your free will is your free will. You have no time or need anymore to work with what is working against you. With Mercury here as well, you may be finding that this is an insanely productive month, especially when it comes to raking in fast resources that will also be adding up. So you could be finding yourself in a fairly wealthy way by the end of it. And we'll come back to this because there's more to that I want to touch on. We also have the new moon in your sign, which is your birthday once a year new moon. And this opens up a window between the 4th and the 18th of the month for you to plant a seed, to initiate a new manifestation, to initiate a new story, a new creation in your life that will already start to germinate, that will already start to manifest before we get to the end of the year. During this 2-week window period, it's really important to put yourself out there. It's really important to make sure that you are engaging this new moon, right? New moons do require us to use our free will to participate. What do you want to start? What do you want to add to your life? Really take the time between now and the 18th to put that in motion. Filing applications for new jobs, maybe putting in some emails or inquiries about new living spaces if you're looking to make a move, if you are looking to manifest a new relationship in your life, want to do the work of putting yourself out there so it happens. This is also a time where if you are looking to launch a new service or create a new reputation for yourself, or maybe get yourself in with a new community, this new moon is giving you the wild card blessing to do with it whatever you choose. We also have Venus in Capricorn between the 5th and just about the end of week 1 of December. Capricorn is your 3rd house of communications, pacts, promises, and commitments. and also your peer group and your field. So basically the community that you're working with around you, the people you engage with the most. This is going to be a time where you're going to notice a lot of matchmaking opportunities show up for you. People are going to be hooking you up with maybe the venue or the people or the sources that you require in order to have a lot of your needs met. When Venus is in our third house, not only are we getting hooked up by a lot of helpful third parties, but you may be noticing some bridges getting built as well that are going to help you sidestep or maybe avoid any kind of pitfalls that you've been trying to find a way around or over yourself. With Venus in the third house, you may also find that people are going out of their way to do favors for you. Remember, Venus is all about love, favor, affection, and popularity. And people are going to be working to get a lot more involved in things that ultimately you've kept going at independently. You've been more solo. Be open to collaborations at this time, because if you have been playing it solo too much, you will be missing out. You know, whether it's a one-time project or a new long-term alliance or collaboration that becomes a regular thing, this is going to be a team situation that really does help you to not only transform a lot of the working conditions that you are accustomed to, but also sets you up to be mingling with a circle of people that's going to be a lot more complementary to who you truly are. After the 21st, we have the Sun entering Sagittarius, your second house of earned income, employment, as well as your values and valuables. And we also have Mercury following just as we get past the 24th, and they'll be with you in that area into December. When we have the Sun and Mercury in our financial space, this is a time where we are making money very, very quickly. And whether we are looking to save up that money or we are looking to just simply fill our pockets because we are looking to make some kind of big purchase, or we are looking to change a direction we want to go in our economic status, this is going to be boosting you. With Mercury in the second house, we tend to notice that easy projects, easy assignments are coming in volume. And while it may seem small, they stack up and add up really, really quickly. And the Sun is also going to be giving you a lot more attention professionally. You're going to notice that you're also drawing in better business. You're going to be having a lot more fun interacting with clients and customers. In fact, your customer base, your client base may transform into something that you much prefer. And you're also going to be finding that your whole working environment or the working climate or the economic climate for you is actually going to be a lot sunnier. No pun intended. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable. There's a lot more levity to it. And when it comes to getting new work opportunities, new roles, they're all going to be much better fits than what's been on the table in recent history. Finally, we have a full moon lunar eclipse, which occurs on the 21st in Taurus. And Taurus rules your seventh house of partnerships, your closest one-on-one connections. That's your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one ties with and closest one-on-one enmeshments with. A full moon lunar eclipse is all about culminations, clearings, endings, and transitions. And it is going to open up a bigger, more impactful window than just a mere 2 weeks like a typical full moon. We're all going to be feeling the effects of the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus through the 21st of February, because the strongest impacts happen within that first 90 days. There could be some serious reevaluations or clearings that need to occur in existing partnerships, especially when it comes to ending commitments or ending binds or ending affiliations that no longer serve. This could be decisions that some of you are working to make in order to free yourself from something you have been tied up in, whether it is a business partnership or maybe an accord, something that ties you to a group, maybe even clearing past business as it relates to old partnerships or maybe alliances that no longer serve. Yes, with the full moon lunar eclipse, when it comes to romantic partnerships and best friendships and things like that, there is also going to be a major transformation to a normal or a status quo. We're going to be ending a pattern or an era for these connections. And a lot of you are going to find completely new ways to relate to these people. They may be going through their own transformations that turn them into somebody that you are going to have to get to know again, just as you are transforming into somebody that they would have to get to know again on new terms. This full moon lunar eclipse does mark the ending of a major era for everybody. And this could be closing stories that are upwards of 12 years old, depending on what's going on in your personal chart. So it's going to be big. We're not going to feel it all on the day of the lunar eclipse itself, but be prepared. Partnerships themselves have to transform. However, this could also be the elevation to a new status or a new sense of establishment for a lot of you as well. Some of you may be moving on into new stages of partnership, or maybe even taking something to the next level now that it's ready to go, or it would be ready to go as we get into February. And a lot of you may also be cutting ties from things that ultimately have been standing in the way of you being able to have the ideal closest one-on-one connections possible with all involved here. So that's what I've got for you, Scorpio people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, you all know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.